Hi, in this video I'm going to take a look at the importance of using vocabulary in writing examinations. And here I've got a NAPLAN report from I think about 2016 for a student for their writing. So you can see all of these criteria they didn't manage to achieve. And actually when it says 0%, it means less than 0.5, they round down. So when it's 1%, it'll be rounding up to 1% or rounding down to 1%. It doesn't mean no one achieved these criteria. It means a very small amount of people did. Now have a look at the ones that apply to vocabulary. Range of precise, effective words. 10 difficult, some challenging words. And even if we go down to one here, that wasn't achieved by many. 6% achieved it. At least 10 difficult words. Now I should point out this student was a very good student. She was in a top OC class in Sydney. She went on to get into James Roos. Writing was the only area that she didn't get the top mark in that year's NAPLAN. And so you can attribute that to the deficiency in these areas with vocabulary, I think. I think when I got this report, I hadn't been teaching her yet. I got this when I started with her. And I think she rapidly improved in that area. All right, so let's compare that to another. So I'll show, this is an overall NAPLAN for a student. I think this was 2017. This is a year 5 student. I'll just zoom in a bit here. And you can see he got the top mark in everything, including writing. Okay, writing seems to be the hardest one to get this top mark in because it's very subjective, the marking of writing. All right, so let's go down and have a look at his criteria. And just to give an overall idea of the context for this student, you can see a very good student. He didn't make one mistake in reading in year 5 NAPLAN. And language conventions, he made a couple of errors, which is actually quite surprising because he's one of the best spellers I've ever had. He also went on to get into James Roos. Now the writing one is the interesting one. Sorry that it's the image had to be joined here. I've scanned the pages separately, so yeah, you should still be able to get the gist. All right, so there were a large amount of 0% ones there, but he's achieved 2 of them. He achieved persuasive devices, and he got 10 difficult, some challenging words, right? 0%, of other students achieved it, less than 0.5%. So it pretty much means straight away he gets the top mark, I think. Effective use of persuasive devices, yeah. So he might have been lucky this year's NAPLAN, that year's NAPLAN might have been a persuasive writing and he's very good at that. Maybe in a narrative he wouldn't have been able to achieve so many of those devices. So obviously he's also going to get sustained use of precise words. So that's a 3% one, at least 10 difficult words, 7%. So it's safe to assume, well, 93% of students did not achieve those 3 criteria, and this student did. So it's pretty easy to correlate that to his mark that he ended up getting in writing. And I'll actually share an interesting little fact about this student. So when he went on to do selective the year after this, in the next year, he actually got 20 out of 20 in selective writing. So you definitely want to be paying attention to using vocabulary in writing test situations.